So I was 15 when my experience of trafficking, grooming, and exploitation happened to me. I came from abject poverty, mental illness in the family. I did not know my father, and I had been in and out of foster care system. I had run away a few times from the dysfunction. So those were the vulnerabilities that ended me up to being that runaway that was then groomed and then sold into an owner of a strip club. And I was bought and sold in the VIP rooms as a 15-year-old minor. I also ended up, doing drugs. Drugs became a coping mechanism. And I think that it's really important to know, drugs can be used as a tool to gain control of an individual, because addiction can really be a driving force behind someone. But I think it's important to understand that it's not always cut and dry. There were times I was with a trafficker, but there were also times when I was just surviving. So I ended on the streets. That's where I spent the rest of the duration of my time. So I guess the next 19 years, I was invisible, just like dozens and dozens of other people that existed in that world with me at the time. And I was dealing with malnutrition, and I had been in the emergency room probably 5 different times with malnutrition. It was always, you're a prostitute, you're a known addict, those labels. They didn't see me. They didn't see my pain. They didn't ask me, what has happened to you? What got you here? There was never that engagement, that connection. It was always that separation, because you were always that label, that addict, that prostitute. And so I think we have to be better. We have to be better in these hospitals when we are seeing people come in and out of the ER, and healthcare professionals are in a prime place in the ER room to identify these people. If we can look beyond, it's just another addict. It's just another person with a substance use disorder, right? It's a person with a vulnerability to be trafficked. I think it's important to share the differences in these narratives, so that we don't think that these can look like something in a box, because we can't put it in a box. My job today is to see that person, not for the labels, not for what the behaviors in the moment, but for their vulnerabilities to be trafficked, and do anything and everything I can to prevent that. They have tools in their hands to make sure that trafficker is not going to profit off of that person.